have Ejaz Bhalloo, a young and talented Tanzanian public speaker who has managed to give his inspiring and motivating speeches in various events held in Tanzania, such as Careers Day Program, Tech Fest, and the list goes on. This young man here has also managed to deliver his speeches in various parts of the world, such as Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, and more. He has managed to encourage and successfully deliver amazing speeches, and we are honored to have him here with us. A loud round of applause for Mr. Ejaz Bhalloo.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremonies, for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Jali Wadda. Is everyone okay? Okay, so who knows what my subject is? Was my subject published? Okay. So my subject is the challenges that the youth face in the contemporary era, in the 21st century. Since this crowd is so rowdy, so wild, I'll ask you to answer. So give me some of the challenges you guys are facing, and ladies as well. What are some of the challenges that you all are facing? I see many successful people here. No challenge, man. Yes, Mr. Muhammad al-Nahdi.
Always be connected.
That's a challenge. Always being connected.
You don't have that peace of mind sometimes. You always have, it's a fast life that you always connect, you always have to be back to it.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, Mr. Salman Nasir.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Friends instigating you to do wrong things. Anybody else from the back where there's a whole lot of noise? No challenge. There's only one challenge that faces me, the noise. Sound. Anybody else from this side? Yes? Physics. I have something about that in my speech. Anxiety. Anybody else? Last one, doctor? Drugs. So, I'll start with challenge number one that the youth encounter. Before I move on to the first challenge, who is the greatest comedian ever, according to you?
Mr. B.
Mr. Bean, he's my favorite. You? Charlie Chaplin? Huh? I thought someone would say Kapil Sharma. She says Ejaz Bhalloo. Okay, she seconds that. Okay, so the greatest comedian of all time, Charlie Chaplin. How did his journey begin? 1889, he was born in London. Where is London? Only one person knows. London. Someone says it's in Birmingham. It's in the universe, it's in the UK. So he was born. Now you must think that, oh, what a joyous life he must have had as a comedian, standing on stage, speaking. No. 2 years of age, his father was an alcoholic, left his family. 2 years of age, Charlie Chaplin had no financial support from his father. The mother, what happened to the mother? She became mentally ill. She was kept in an asylum. When Charlie Chaplin was 7 years of age, he was kept in a workhouse. Who knows what a workhouse is? What's a workhouse? Okay, so a workhouse is a place whereby for the people who are unable to sustain their living, they are given accommodation and they are given employment. So Charlie Chaplin was kept there. Then what happened? 7 years of age now. He started working at the age of, be with me please, at the age of, how old? What's the age here? 18, 19, right? How many of you are working? So a handful. How many of you started working at the age of 7? Nobody. I'm not talking about working in school. That's a different issue. But he started working for money, for a livelihood. And then the mother had a mental illness. You know what happened? 1928, the mother dies. So now he doesn't have a mother, and then he also loses his father. His father dies due to some problems with the liver, the father dies. He goes to Hollywood. He thinks that, you know what, I've done some stage plays, I've done some good work, maybe they will employ me as an actor. They said, no, get out. Charlie Chaplin, when he went, he said, I want to be employed by Hollywood. They said, leave. Then what happened? He tried, he strived, he struggled, eventually he reached the top. The greatest silent film actor in history, Charlie Chaplin. How did his journey begin? With triumphs and tribulations. Okay, so problem number one. The youth today give up very easily. Something small happens in life, I am depressed, I have anxiety, I have stress, my teacher stresses me out, exams. What else causes you stress? Okay, one by one please, one by one. You all are stressing me out. Relationship, okay. So now, there are two lessons I've learned in my life from math. From what? This is the subject I hate the most. I despise mathematics. I always had good math teachers. I remember I had a teacher called Miss Hasina, and now I had a teacher called Mrs. Khan. I just graduated, so I'm no more in school. Now, there was one thing that I learned, there are two things that I learned from math. What? Number one, if you are not good with one thing, that does not mean you are bad at everything. If you are not good at math, that does not mean you are not good in English, or you can't be good at economics, or you can't be good at business. You must be good at something, right? So if you get a C or a D in math, you can score an A in English. If you score a D in physics, let's say, Ms. Rahman said physics is the hardest. So if you score a C or a D in economics, you can get an A. So you must be good at something. Focus on the talents that you possess. That's number one. And all of us are born with gifts. Some here are very good sportsmen. I see Salman Nasser. He's very good at cricket. We have people who are good at art, like Nihal or Sajid Dala photography. How many of you have heard of Sajid Dala photography? Mr. Badru, a diplomat, Sakina, photographer, Dr. Hussein, doctor, what more can I say? So, at the end of the day, we all have gifts. Utilize your gifts. Don't only say, I'm a failure in math, so to hell with the other subjects. Why? Focus on the other subjects like me. I used to do bad in math, but I used to focus on other subjects and do well eventually. Number two, math taught me that I'm a lazy person. You know, sometimes we youth tend to get lazy. Like me, believe me, I started loving math 1 week before my final exams because I started focusing on math. And my teacher would always tell me, Ejaz, you always say negative things about maths. Don't say those negative things. It's not that I failed in mathematics. I did well, but I didn't do that well. If I would have worked harder, if I would have worked for the 2 years, believe me, I would have scored high points even in mathematics. But because I was lazy, I was like, instead of doing math, I better watch a movie, or I go watch Monday Night Raw for those who like wrestling. Okay, so number two, the problem that the youth face, we care a lot about what others think about us. We care a lot. What does society think about us? All of us, including me. Silence in the back, please. Crowd in the back, please. Thank you. See, I care a lot about them speaking, so that's wrong on my side. Now, how many of you have heard of Jaggi Vasudev? He's known as Sadguru. How many of you have heard of Sadguru? Yes, Sakina, one person only. Sadguru, so famous.
Oh, that guy, the orange guy.
Okay, he's, the orange. He's not an orange guy, but he wears the orange attire. So, okay. Crowd, be with me please. You paid 5,000 to listen, or do you pay 5,000 for the food? Give them little chicken. Okay, so Sadhguru was once asked. He's an Indian yogi, a mystic, and New York Times bestseller. Short introduction of Sadhguru. He has a YouTube channel, wonderful lectures and wonderful answers. So he was asked of Sadhguru how to live happily. So he says, let me give you an example. I'm paraphrasing. Imagine Mazahir, the organizer. He says that all of you have to come wearing a certain uniform. Would you all agree? No. You would protest, right? Or if he says that Would you agree? No. So, when someone can determine your life physically, isn't it slavery?
Yes.
It's slavery. If he says right now, wear a particular dress, wouldn't you find it slavery? So why does someone else have the right to determine whether you are happy or not? Why does someone else have the right to determine your happiness or whether you are a pleasant or unpleasant human being? Sometimes we're like, I'm not a good person because my whole class thinks I'm bad. So your whole class is you, your whole batch is you. You are you, be you. Sadhguru says very simply that it is slavery when someone determines your life. Just on a side note, for those thinking, why am I wearing this suit? I'm sorry, I'm too formal. It's not for this program. I have to apologize for two things. Wearing formal clothes. Second, I'll be leaving after my speech. It's very rude to leave midway through a program, but I have another function to attend, so I apologize. And once again, I apologize for the suit, but it's looking good, isn't it? Yes. The second lesson, don't allow others to judge you. First of all, you need to stop judging others. Correct yourself first. Stop saying, oh, she's too skinny, she's too plumpy, or he's too plumpy. No. Stop determining the lives of others. Focus on yourself, correct yourself. And don't allow others to judge you. Quran, Surah 49, I'll go to verse number 12, Surah Hujurat. It says, oh you who believe, avoid suspicion. For many suspicions are a sin. So you need to stop spying on other people's lives. In today's generation, I say, stop stalking. Stop stalking other people's Facebook account. This is the most important according to me. Lack of time management. Lack of time management. How many of you have finished all your projects on time? Hey. There were some people who raised their hands and suddenly they're like, oh, I remember, I forgot that project. So I'll keep my hands down. So, Benjamin Franklin. How many of you have heard of Benjamin Franklin? Okay, yes. Who is he? A president? Anybody else?
$100 bills.
Okay, so what he has a quote, he says, you may delay, but time will not. You will say, I'll do the work tomorrow, I will give it 2 months, 2 weeks are left now, 1 week is left, 1 day is left, and you're like, oh my God, 2 a.m. at night, I'll start doing all my work. And then you go submit rough work to your teacher, and you're like, please edit it for me and give it back to me, I need to do more corrections. No, finish your work on time. There is one thing about me that has always made me happy in life. Of course, I'm very troublesome in class, very mischievous, that I am. And I can talk a lot sometimes. But there's one thing I've always tried to maintain, time. If I'm given 2 months, I submit in 2 weeks. Time is very important. Make sure you have time management. And Imam Raza, who knows who Imam Raza is? Okay, yes, Miss Najiba.
The eighth Imam of the Shias, and he's from his ancestor was the Holy Prophet.
Okay, silence please, silence please. So he says, he who blames time will find no end to his frustration. This is there in Uyun Akhbar al-Rizal, volume 2, page 52, page 204. That if you blame time for everything, you will always be frustrated. Don't say, I don't have time. No, you don't manage your time properly. So that's the end of that. Are there any questions? Any questions regarding my talk? So my speech was perfect, no mistakes? It can't be possible. Nah, it can't be. Come on, someone question. Any other question outside the topic? Successful people here, they have no questions. Even I have questions. Any question? Yes, please.
What's your question?
Huh?
What's your question?
What's my question? I need time to think, but. So let me ask you all a question. So I have this question, let me ask you all. Do you think the younger generation is better than the older generation? No. I've already started the debate. Why?
Because we have the knowledge of the older generation.
So he says we are more better because we have the knowledge of the previous generation. So So the next generation will be better than ours. Always. Anybody else? Older generation versus younger generation?
Younger generation.
Why?
The exact same reason that the brother over there said. We have the benefit of the history of all the previous generations. We learn from history.
Okay, we learn from history. Anybody else who says no, we are not better? Yeah, it's true. So in the past, we had more family bonding. Nowadays, if you see Zamani, as they say, my grandfather and my father always say that they used to have a bonding with the family. When they sit on the table, they talk, they laugh, they watch movies together, they discuss. Nowadays, the son is using WhatsApp, the father is also on Facebook, the mother is on Instagram, and the grandfather has joined Twitter. So out of all the useful things I've said today, this is what gets me proud. Wow. Okay, Ali, last statement and I end. You wanted to say something? You raised your hand. You forgot. Okay, thank you very much everyone. Thank you.
Our director and founder of the organization, Mazahar Nayani, to just give a small token of appreciation.